New images of Will Smith attending Diddy's party have surfaced, sparking outrage among fans. As one of the most respected figures in the entertainment industry, his presence at such an event is a disappointment to many. Questions abound regarding whether he supported Diddy's alleged unlawful activities. Could these images potentially damage Will Smith's career? What has he said in response to such allegations? Join us as we explore how the newly released party footage featuring Diddy and Will Smith changes everything. Will Smith and P. Diddy have been linked since the late 1990s, frequently attending events together. P. Diddy released his debut single in 1996, while Will Smith followed suit a year later in 1997. Both men have been involved in various high-profile projects and have been spotted together at numerous events. In 2003, they were photographed with boxing legend Muhammad Ali at a launch event for his book. 5 years later, in 2008, they were seen alongside Will's son, Jaden Smith, P. Diddy's son, Christian Combs, and actor Tyrese Gibson at the premiere of a Columbia Pictures film. However, it's not just their friendly appearances that have raised eyebrows. Disturbing images from P. Diddy's parties have surfaced, showcasing objectifying displays of women. One particular image from a 2004 freak-off party in Miami has ignited outrage. It depicts a woman decoratively positioned on a table, serving as a centerpiece for a food display while Diddy savors a chocolate-dipped strawberry from her. Other high-profile guests, including Will Smith, Bruce Willis, Diana Ross, and Owen Wilson, look on. The implications of these events have been deeply troubling and difficult to articulate. The harm goes beyond just the physical, as the party, attended by numerous A-list celebrities, has faced criticism for its objectifying and exploitative treatment of women. The fact that Will Smith, a respected figure in the entertainment industry, was present raises questions about his involvement and awareness of the events that transpired. As images of Will Smith at Diddy's parties continue to circulate, fans are left wondering what he was thinking and why a person of his standing would choose to attend such events. The internet is filled with theories about Will Smith's attendance at Diddy's parties, but what do we really know? Let's delve into some of the wildest theories that are going viral online. One of the most disturbing aspects of these parties is the alleged presence of Jaden Smith, Will's son. Fans have been speculating about why Will would bring his son to such events, with some suggesting it was a way to introduce him to the entertainment industry. Yes, you heard that right. According to fans, Diddy's parties have served as a networking platform for celebrities to connect, build relationships, and advance their careers. These events have provided industry professionals with opportunities to collaborate, learn, and grow. Fans have speculated that Will Smith took Jaden to Diddy's parties to help him progress in his career. Jaden has since become a successful actor and rapper in his own right, and some believe that his attendance at Diddy's parties contributed to his success. Online, people are questioning the extent of Will's involvement in P. Diddy's alleged illegal activities, with some thinking he may have been more involved than he has led. Do you remember the incident during the 94th Oscars when Chris Rock made a joke about Jada Pinkett Smith's hair, which Will took offense to? In a shocking turn of events, Will Smith walked up on stage and slapped Chris Rock across the face, leaving fans in disbelief and wondering how the situation would unfold. In the aftermath, Diddy plays a significant role in saving his friend's reputation. Scheduled to present the 50th anniversary tribute to the Godfather trilogy, Diddy did not shy away from addressing the situation head-on, attempting to lighten the mood instead of ignoring it. Diddy's comments were intended to bring the audience back to the celebration at hand, but they also underscored the fact that this year's Oscars would be one of the most exciting ever. He stated,
that this year was going to be the most exciting Oscars ever. Okay, Will and Chris, we're going to solve that like family at the gold party. Okay? But right now we're moving on with love. Everybody make some noise.
His remarks were perceived as a clear defense of Will Smith, leading many to speculate that it was Diddy's way of repaying Will for his loyalty. While Diddy's support for Will Smith at the Oscars seemed like a gesture of goodwill, rumors are now circulating that suggest a more sinister motive. What if Diddy's help came with a price? Was he attempting to buy Will's silence? Fans are left wondering what Diddy could possibly have on Smith that would make him feel threatened. Let's explore this rumor. In the early 2000s, Diddy allegedly threatened to confront Will physically because he believed that Smith and his wife, Jada Pinkett Smith, were making inappropriate advances toward his then-girlfriend, Jennifer Lopez. Gene Deal, a former member of Bad Boy Records' security team, recounted an encounter between Diddy and Will Smith during the time Diddy was dating Lopez, prior to their breakup in 2001. According to Deal, Diddy became upset and threatened to hit Will, convinced that the Smiths were trying to pursue J-Lo. Deal recalled walking toward the rapper, who expressed his concerns.
I think Will and Jada is trying to scoop up Jennifer. I want you to stay close, because I'm going to snuff them.
For context, Diddy and Lopez dated on and off from 1999 until early 2001, when they split amid tensions surrounding Combs's looming trial on gun and bribery charges stemming from a December 1999 shooting incident at Club New York. According to some sources, Diddy might be using footage of Will Smith at his parties as leverage to threaten the actor. This situation could be a way for Diddy to exert control over Will Smith, potentially damaging his reputation if the footage is leaked. By using this footage, might Diddy be trying to silence Will Smith or prevent him from speaking out against him? What does Will Smith have to say about all this drama? Has anyone ever tried to warn us about Diddy's illegal activities and intentions? Stay with us as we uncover the details. The allegations against Diddy are serious, and fans are eager to know whether Will Smith was involved in any way. As a regular attendee at Diddy's parties, Will Smith's presence raises questions about his knowledge of the alleged wrongdoing. Fans are demanding answers, but so far, Will Smith has remained tight-lipped. This silence is worrying his fans, who are beginning to lose patience. As one of the most respected figures in Hollywood, Will Smith's reputation is built on his integrity and moral compass. His failure to address the allegations is starting to erode that reputation, leading fans to wonder if he is hiding something. The allegations against Diddy are disastrous, and if Will Smith is found to be involved, it could have a devastating impact on his career. We've already seen the toll the Oscars incident took on his reputation, and these allegations could be the final nail in the coffin. Interestingly, many well-known figures warned us about Diddy's wild parties even before his arrest in 2019. Ashton Kutcher hinted at the chaotic nature of these events, explaining that he had a bizarre relationship with Diddy. This remark sparked their conversation, but Kutcher's tone suggested there was more to the story, and he seemed hesitant to share further details. In a 2014 episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, Khloe Kardashian shared her experience attending a Diddy party. According to her, she went to see the lifestyle of the elite, but found it too crazy and wild for her taste.
I got on a plane at 5:30 a.m. Go to this party. I think half the people there were butt naked.
Her comments implied that she was both fascinated and intimidated by the party scene. Singer Usher also reflected on his time living with Diddy in the 90s and attending some of his parties.
Dad, now, would you ever send your kid to Puffy Camp?
Hell no.
Not only Usher, even 50 Cent has also been vocal about his discomfort with Diddy's parties. He claimed that Diddy made him uncomfortable with illogical statements, including one occasion when Diddy asked him to go shopping together. 50 Cent looked at him incredulously, clearly infuriated by the suggestion. Last but not least, Cat Williams revealed that he turned down a staggering $50 million offer to attend one of Diddy's parties. Williams stated that he had to decline the offer 4 times to protect his integrity, humorously adding that he wanted to maintain his dignity intact, implying that attending the party would have required him to compromise his values. It seems celebrities felt pressured to attend Diddy's wild parties. Williams also hinted that more celebrity scandals would soon come to light. And guess what? He was right. The comments from these celebrities indicate a troubling pattern of behavior from Diddy, one that is both wild and uncomfortable. While some stars have been drawn to Diddy's parties, Others have been put off by the energy and atmosphere, as all eyes remain on him. Recent developments in his case are disturbing. What has been his response to these allegations? How has his legal team reacted? Said one of his attorneys. Will these allegations affect his career and business empire?
Every day until he's out, I will be here with him working on his defense.
Let's take a deeper look into this. The case against Diddy continues to unfold, with new developments emerging in recent weeks. The disgraced singer has been named in over 10 lawsuits, all alleging inappropriate conduct, coercion, and extensive use of controlled substances. Last month, he was indicted by a grand jury and later arrested on federal charges related to trafficking. He was taken into federal custody in New York and has been denied bail twice. Currently, Diddy is being held at the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn while awaiting trial. The latest lawsuit against Diddy was filed by Dawn Richard, a member of Danity Kane, who alleges that he behaved inappropriately, unlawfully confined her, and threatened her life when she tried to defend his then-girlfriend Cassie. Richard's allegations are just the latest in a growing list of accusations against Diddy. In fact, a recent civil case has brought forth a staggering 120 serious misconduct allegations against him. You may be shocked to learn that the complaints against Diddy stretch back to 1991, with the youngest alleged victim being just 9 years old. 25 others claim they were minors at the time of the alleged incidents. According to attorney Tony Busby, who is representing the case, a list of individuals allegedly associated with Diddy is expected to be made public soon. Busby hinted that the list includes well-known figures, and it is anticipated to be released as part of a series of significant new lawsuits filed across multiple states in the next 30 days. According to accusers, Diddy's infamous parties are linked to hotels where controlled substances were frequently mentioned. His parties in Ibiza were described as the epitome of hedonism and excess, and a fixer who worked with him during his visits to the island has corroborated these claims. The extent of Diddy's wild benders has been revealed, highlighting the lengths he would go to ensure that his parties were the most talked about events in town. His fixer recounted that no expense was spared when organizing these events. From the moment Diddy and his entourage arrived on the island, they were treated to the best that Ibiza had to offer. This included luxury cars, tables at the most exclusive clubs, yachts, and even private security. Moreover, his parties were a magnet for beautiful young women, and his fixer was often tasked with selecting the most attractive guests to join the rapper and his friends at his villa. These parties would frequently last until the early hours of the morning, with guests indulging in various substances. It was also revealed that Diddy was very particular about his drinks, and his fixer had to ensure that his favorite vodka syrup was always on hand. The rapper was fashion-conscious, always dressing immaculately, even when partying. Diddy's fixer also disclosed that the rapper would often bring a special bag with him on his trips to Ibiza. This bag contained a variety of playful items and accessories intended to add an extra layer of thrill to his parties. While Diddy has denied all accusations and entered a not guilty plea to the criminal charges, his team maintains that the allegations are false and that he is innocent. However, what impact will these allegations have on his career? They are likely to have a significant effect, as he has already been dropped by several business partners and faced widespread backlash on social media. The case has also raised questions about the culture of the music industry and the ways in which powerful individuals can exploit and abuse others. Diddy's legal team is fighting for his release after their third bail request was denied, filing an appeal and adding prominent attorneys Anthony Rico and Alexandra Shapiro to the trial team. They have offered a $50 million bail package with conditions to address the government's concerns. Concerns regarding Diddy's potential danger to the community have been raised, leading to specific conditions for his release. These conditions include Diddy wearing a GPS monitoring device at all times, being restricted to his home except for court appearances and meetings with his lawyers, being prohibited from contacting the alleged victims or witnesses in the case, and having no female visitors outside his family. The government has expressed worries about Diddy's potential threat to the community. arguing that his wealth and influence make him a flight risk and that he possesses the resources to intimidate or harm the alleged victims and witnesses. U.S. District Judge Andrew Carter denied Diddy's bail request, stating that the government had proven he posed a danger. The judge's decision was based on evidence presented by the government, which included testimony from the alleged victims and witnesses, as well as records of Diddy's past behavior. As a result, Diddy remains in custody, while his legal team continues to fight for his release. Before we delve deeper into the case, let's rewind a bit. What was the nature of Diddy's relationship with Justin Bieber? Why was Bieber spending so much time with Diddy as a teenager? And why are these connections raising concerns now? That's where we are headed next. So, don't go anywhere. The relationship between Sean Diddy Combs and Justin Bieber dates back to when Bieber was a teenager, and it has recently come under intense scrutiny. When Bieber was just 15 years old, he found himself spending time with Diddy, who was over 40 at the time. One of the most discussed moments from their time together is a resurfaced 2009 video in which Diddy jokingly mentions having custody of Bieber for 48 hours.
I don't have legal guardianship of him, but for the next 48 hours, he's with me,
Diddy says, joking about going full crazy and not being able to disclose what they were doing during that time. Although this may have seemed harmless at the time, in light of the serious allegations against Diddy, fans are revisiting these moments with increasing concern. In the wake of Diddy's sex trafficking charges, several videos have resurfaced, prompting fans to view them in a much darker light. In a 2009 clip, Diddy makes cryptic remarks about spending time with Justin Bieber, which many now find unsettling. The fact that Diddy, an established industry mogul, referred to Bieber as being under his custody raises serious questions, especially now that Diddy faces allegations of exploiting vulnerable individuals. Another viral clip from a 2016 party shows Bieber visibly awkward, smiling as Diddy talks about their plans to go out and get some girls. While these moments may have been brushed off at the time as part of Bieber's rise in the entertainment industry, they now fuel conspiracy theories about what may have been happening behind the scenes. Fans are questioning why a teenager was spending so much time in such situations with someone far older, and whether Bieber might have been taken advantage of. The reaction from fans and the media has been swift and critical. On platforms like X, formerly Twitter, users expressed their shock, labeling the videos as creepy and disturbing. Some fans openly wonder why no one stepped in to protect Bieber during his teenage years, especially given Diddy's influence and wealth. Bieber's apparent discomfort in the resurfaced clips has only heightened concern, leading many to believe that something more sinister may have been occurring. Despite the growing attention surrounding these videos and the charges against Diddy, Justin Bieber has remained conspicuously silent. Sources close to him suggest that Bieber is focused on his family and personal life, particularly after recently becoming a father. However, fans are left speculating about the reasons behind his silence. Given Bieber's past traumatic experiences in the music industry, which he has openly discussed, some wonder if there is more to the story than meets the eye. His decision not to publicly address the issue has created a gap that both fans and critics are eager to fill, raising the question of whether he is avoiding controversy to protect his own mental health. Whether Justin Bieber is trying to distance himself from Diddy's legal troubles remains unclear. Still, his silence only adds more layers to the mystery surrounding his past relationship with Diddy. While fans speculate, the legal case against Diddy continues to evolve. In the next chapter, we will dive into the latest bombshell testimonies and new developments that could send shockwaves through the entire music industry. Could these new testimonies reveal more high-profile names involved? What other repercussions might these developments create across the entertainment industry? Stick around, because it's about to get even more explosive. In broader news about the case, Sean Diddy Combs' legal issues reached new heights in September 2024 when he was formally arrested and charged with sex trafficking, racketeering, and running a criminal enterprise. The charges stemmed from a long-running investigation that began in 2023 after Cassie Ventura, Diddy's former girlfriend, filed a lawsuit accusing him of years of physical and sexual abuse. Federal authorities raided Diddy's homes in Beverly Hills and Miami, uncovering disturbing evidence linking him to a network of exploitation. One of the most significant elements of Diddy's legal battle is the growing number of testimonies from alleged victims. Some victims have claimed they were coerced into participating in freak-off parties allegedly orchestrated by Diddy, which involved white flower, manipulation, and sexual exploitation. These testimonies provide a detailed and disturbing account of the culture of abuse that Diddy allegedly fostered within his inner circle. Perhaps most shockingly, some male sex workers have come forward with claims of exploitation, complicating the case even further. Their accounts point to a broader, more systematic form of abuse, where both men and women were subjected to Diddy's control. These testimonies could be pivotal in securing a conviction, especially given the weight of the accusations that have now been made public. There has also been significant discussion surrounding the broader implications of the case for the entertainment industry. Some argue that Diddy's arrest is part of a larger reckoning. Within the music world, the impact of the Me Too movement on Hollywood resonates strongly. Many believe the power dynamics that once prevailed are finally being exposed, and that more individuals might soon be held accountable for years of unchecked abuse. As the legal proceedings move forward, several possible outcomes for Diddy emerge. Some legal experts suggest that, given the severity of the charges and the mounting evidence, Diddy may seek a plea deal to avoid the lengthy and damaging process of a full trial. Should he go to trial and be convicted, he could face decades in prison, effectively ending his career and leaving his legacy in tatters. On the other hand, Diddy's legal team is working tirelessly to challenge the charges, claiming that the allegations are part of a coordinated effort to tarnish his name. They argue that Diddy has become a target due to his wealth and influence. This raises the question, what does this mean for Diddy's once untouchable career? And is there a deeper connection linking him to other high-profile figures facing similar allegations? That is precisely what we are about to explore as we delve into Diddy's unsettling links to Jeffrey Epstein. Now let's examine one of the most shocking aspects of the Diddy case, the growing conspiracy theories linking him to Jeffrey Epstein. Both men stand accused of deeply disturbing operations involving the exploitation and manipulation of vulnerable individuals, prompting many to draw parallels between their cases. First off, the accusations against Diddy share eerie similarities with those levied against Epstein. Both men are alleged to have used their wealth, power, and vast networks to exploit women and young people. Epstein's notorious parties on his private island involved high-profile guests, underage girls, and allegations of sexual trafficking on an international scale. While Diddy is not accused of the same kind of global trafficking, he is said to have hosted similar freak-off parties where white flower, manipulation, and sexual abuse were rampant. Some conspiracy theorists argue that Diddy's parties were smaller in scale but equally concerning. They reflect the same power dynamics and exploitation as Epstein's infamous gatherings. In both cases, we see a pattern of using social influence to draw in not only victims, but also other powerful individuals who either turned a blind eye or participated. For many conspiracy theorists, the parallels are too striking to ignore. Conspiracy theories flourish when high-profile figures like Diddy and Epstein are involved, largely because of the secrecy surrounding their personal lives and the hidden nature of their alleged crimes. In Epstein's case, leaked flight logs and testimonies revealed a long list of famous guests, ranging from politicians to actors. The question many are now asking is, was Diddy on that list? Could he have been involved in similar activities? As of now, no one has uncovered any verifiable proof of Diddy visiting Epstein's island, but in the court of public opinion, that hasn't stopped the rumors from spreading. Some argue that the legal troubles Diddy currently faces could be a result of attempts to cover up connections to a much larger, more sinister network, a theory that draws disturbing parallels to how Epstein operated before his arrest. One of the most gripping conspiracy theories surrounding both Diddy and Epstein is the idea that they ran blackmail networks. In Epstein's case, it's widely speculated that his lavish parties were a front for a larger operation designed to capture compromising material on the rich and powerful. Hidden cameras, secret recordings, and vulnerable guests were allegedly used to exert control over high-profile individuals. Similarly, some conspiracy theorists believe that Diddy's freak-off parties could have served the same purpose. The theory suggests that these parties weren't just for Diddy's pleasure. Rather, they were elaborate traps set up to blackmail others. The events were allegedly recorded, with video evidence of powerful guests engaging in illegal or immoral acts. This supposed leverage could be used for business deals, political favors, or simply as insurance to keep people loyal. Of course, like many conspiracy theories, this theory is rooted in speculation rather than concrete evidence. However, given Epstein's well-known use of blackmail, many believe he might have adopted a similar strategy, using his influence to manipulate not just victims but also fellow celebrities in the business. But this conspiracy runs deeper. Could Diddy's downfall be linked to powerful figures trying to cover up their own involvement? Are there more connections between Diddy and Epstein that have yet to surface? Follow along as we investigate how Epstein's mysterious death may have set the stage for the danger Diddy now faces behind bars. Let's discuss one of the most controversial elements of the Diddy case, the risks he faces while in jail and how they mirror the situation Jeffrey Epstein faced before his death. The parallels between their cases have fueled even more speculation and conspiracy theories. Jeffrey Epstein's death in 2019 at the Metropolitan Correctional Center, MCC in Manhattan, sparked intense controversy. Officially, his death was ruled self-inflicted, but from the outset, many suspected foul play. Breaking news announced that multimillionaire Jeffrey Epstein had taken his own life. Epstein, who was facing sex trafficking charges involving minors, had powerful connections across politics, entertainment, and finance. The notion that he could have been murdered to protect others involved in his criminal activities spread quickly. The fact that Epstein had previously been under watch but wasn't monitored properly at the time of his death only added to the public's distrust of the official narrative. Many believe he was silenced to protect high-profile individuals linked to his trafficking ring. Fast forward to 2024, and we see similar concerns rising around Diddy. After his arrest on charges of sex trafficking and racketeering, he was placed in the Metropolitan Detention Center, MDC, in Brooklyn, a facility notorious for its harsh conditions and past incidents of inmates taking their own lives. Just as with Epstein, people are worried about Diddy's safety while he awaits trial. Could Diddy be at risk of being silenced in the same manner that conspiracy theorists believe Epstein was? These questions have been circulating online. Concerns have been heightened, with some even using the term Epstein to describe the potential danger Diddy faces while in custody. One of the biggest questions circulating is whether he will get Epsteined, implying that there may be real celebrities he has tapes on or information that could compromise them. In response to these concerns, Diddy has been placed on watch. Despite reports indicating that he isn't showing any signs of self-harm tendencies, according to his legal team, the decision is a routine precaution for high-profile inmates facing serious charges. However, many are skeptical, viewing it as eerily similar to what happened to Epstein. So what measures are being taken to ensure Diddy's safety? Since his arrest, Diddy has been under close observation at the MDC, a facility criticized for its unsafe conditions. The jail has struggled with violence, poor staffing, and several instances of self-harm in recent years. To mitigate these risks, Diddy has been placed in a special housing unit, SHU, which provides heightened security and isolation from the general inmate population. These units are designed to protect inmates at risk of harm from themselves or others. In addition to his placement in the SHU, Diddy is being monitored 24/7 by prison staff. This includes regular checks, constant video surveillance, and the use of a safety smock, a garment that cannot be used for self-harm. These measures aim to prevent any incidents, especially given the high-profile nature of his case and the global attention it has attracted. But while these precautions are in place, the Metropolitan Detention Center itself has been described as hell on earth by former inmates and critics alike. Reports detail overcrowding, frequent lockdowns, and a lack of basic services, raising concerns about whether the facility is truly equipped to prevent another tragic incident like Epstein's. Diddy's legal proceedings began in September 2024 when federal authorities arrested him in New York on serious charges, including sex trafficking and racketeering. According to the indictment, Diddy allegedly ran a criminal enterprise for years, using his business empire Bad Boy Entertainment to facilitate these activities, including forced labor. The allegations against Diddy include sexual exploitation and intimidation tactics designed to keep everything under wraps. These freak-off parties, which Diddy reportedly organized, were described as wild, white flower-fueled events where vulnerable individuals were exploited. However, this situation isn't just about one or two incidents. The indictment suggests that this behavior dates back years, potentially as far back as the early 2000s. For nearly a year, Diddy has been battling multiple civil lawsuits accusing him of sexual misconduct. Things escalated dramatically when federal investigators raided his properties, uncovering disturbing evidence of a larger network of abuse. So, what has been the fallout? Diddy's career has been flipped upside down. His business empire, which includes Bad Boy Records and ventures like Ciroc Vodka, has come under intense scrutiny. The credibility and legacy he spent decades building are now at risk of being completely dismantled. Despite his legal team insisting on his innocence, Diddy has been denied bail twice.
Back in federal court today in Manhattan, this time trying to secure bail. The music mogul was denied bail yesterday.
Prosecutors argued that his wealth and connections made him a flight risk, as well as a potential threat for witness intimidation. While some fans still hold out hope for his innocence, the evidence continues to stack up, leaving his once glamorous life mired in scandal.